overall thoughts on the team performance?
It was amazing. It was wonderful. I think it was a big weekend for us in Grand Rapids. It was emotionally, physically, mentally exhausting to put all of our effort into that first game, and I think we underestimated how taxing it would be to play back-to-back, and we didn't give our best performance. We know that there's a lot on the line, and we know that we need one. We needed one, and San Diego has been home for us. We've played really well for us, and so they did not want to walk out of this gym without clinching that playoff spot, and they obviously showed up this morning for work. And they put the time in, and it showed this afternoon. I think it was a team effort all around. People came in off the bench. I think it was probably some of the best serving, blocking we've had in a while, but this was absolutely a team win, and it sealed that playoff spot.
This question is, it can be for any of you, but maybe we start with Allie. Would you mind walking us through the emotions that you felt on that final point, the team knowing that you clinched the playoff spot? It's a win at home, the crowd going wild at that point. What did it feel like, and what does it feel like now?
Yeah, it's hard not to let moments like get too big, especially in a sport where momentum goes back and forth so much. And Columbus is a really tough team, especially kind of in the red zone when we get to 20s. And we saw in the first 3 sets that they were not going to go away, even if we had game point. So just making sure that we were taking our time with every single touch, and I think that showed that like we were so scrappy on that last point. And hearing and seeing the crowd get so excited, that really motivated us to put it away.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be a big match for us and a tough matchup. Columbus is a really good team, but that last point and just sealing that win was really exciting for us. We knew it was going to be tough, and we're proud of each other, proud of our coaches, and happy with the outcome.
I think in that moment it was pure excitement, pure joy, and just a breath of air. I think we've all been holding our breath and been tense for a really long time, and I'm just so darn proud of this team. Like in that moment, it was thank you. Thank you to these girls, thank you to the fans, thank you to the experience, the PVF, all of that. We had a very, very rough start, and a lot of people counted us out, and these girls showed up every single day and put in the work. And so, again, in that moment, it was like, here's your reward. Here is the word. Stay on the path. Here is your reward. And, again, we told them in the circle, our work isn't done. It's great that we made playoffs, but we don't just want to be there. We want to put up a good fight. We want to win a championship.
Allie, was there a key or a turning point early on after the bad start to getting to this point?
Honestly, getting some confidence from the Grand Rapids wins. We were 0-9 in sets, so I don't want to say we lowered our expectations or our goals, but we just wanted to win a set at that point. And once we did, it was like, okay, we can do this. And I think it really kind of lit a fire under us and gave us that confidence to just go out there, have fun. I mean, we knew the season was going to be pretty fleeting with how quickly we had turnaround for games and everything. And I think we did a really good job all season just letting games go and focusing on the next one.
Question for Temi. This team is going off to a lot of slow starts. What was the difference tonight that allowed the team to get to a 7-0 start in the first set?
I think we know we're a team that normally starts off slow, so we know Columbus is a good team, so we're like, okay, how do we start off fast? What can we do? And I think after our Grand Rapids match, we talked about how blocking and defense is one of our strengths, and I think we did that really well throughout the entire match, but especially in the beginning of the first set. Our block was getting really great touches, defense was covering it, and we were able to get kills in trans.
They just want to show off their new dance moves on the serves.
And yeah, our serving was amazing. So many aces.
Coach, what is your coaching philosophy going into the first ever PVF playoffs?
We're not done. We're not done. We've been writing a story all year long about triumph and resilience. We've talked about not leaving any room for doubt in our minds. If we hold on to doubt, then we can't hear the voice of confidence. We can't prepare for the big matches. And so we're going in, again, we're not done. We want to win these next 2 so that we could put ourselves in a good position and potentially hold on to that third place spot. We know that Omaha is a good matchup for us, which increases our chances of getting to that final match. And so our work is not done. We are going to turn the page from tonight, and we're starting over, again, with that championship mentality of we still have work to be done.
Coach, I have a question. With this being the last game in San Diego, like I said, on the postseason, how much has San Diego impacted you guys?
San Diego has been amazing. I had an interview yesterday. Hopefully they talked about it on the broadcast. I think San Diego has been hungry for some sports. They've been hungry to support women's teams. They've wrapped themselves around this team and the PVF, and so it doesn't matter if it's a Monday night, Tuesday night, they're showing up. They're showing up in thousands. And so I think that we are a team that thrives on energy. Obviously, you've seen if you've been here in our matches. And so the fans, the community have carried us through some big matches, some big wins. And so I don't think we would be here without them.
Coach, we've heard your lessons and takeaways out of every home match over the course of this season. I feel like this is such a big match. What are your kind of takeaways going into the playoffs? What are the lessons that you hope to extract from today's performance?
Honestly, I think biggest lesson is we have to stay true to ourselves in our game. There are moments when we play in Atlanta and we get sucked into what they do when they're big hitters and how fast their offense is. Same with Omaha. But like Temi said, we are such a good block and defense team. And when we're on, and it's hard for teams to work around that block. I mean, was it Orlando? She had 10 blocks. Grand Rapids, she had 10 blocks just solo. And so we have to just keep diving into our own game plans, our own execution, and focusing on the things that we do well, and not necessarily getting caught up in who's on what other team and what big hitters they have. It's stay true to our style of volleyball.
Couple more.
You've had 3 games, rapid occurrence. You still got 2 more this week. How do you handle that between giving the players rest and actually getting them higher seed?
Well, we're at the airport at 7:15 in the morning. We basically just got back yesterday at 12:30. And so we don't have practice anymore, really. We have pregame serve and pass. It's about getting in. We'll get in maybe 7:30 tomorrow to Orlando, and it's about giving them the rest and recovery that they need. We have an amazing athletic trainer, and so she takes great care of them. But right now, again, it's about mental, emotional, physical health. And, if they tell me that they don't need practice before a match, then we listen. But right now, it's about them, and, we're here to support them however we can.
Allie, how would you describe the team mentality going forward to the season?
I think Tayyiba really touched on it with just staying true to ourselves and not making any game bigger than it really has to be. Like, at the end of the day, we're still playing volleyball. We've already seen all these teams 3 or 4 times, so we know their tendencies. We know what they're going to do. It's just about executing on our side. And it really is just about how well can we take care of ourselves off the court so that we can perform as well as we can on the court.
I'm coming back to tonight. I was wondering if Allie and Temi could talk about each other's play.
I mean, Temi's been a dog all season. She's obviously our go-to hitter, and we can always look for her in big moments, and I think she came through big time. Like, her swings, deep corners, like, she's been working on her passing, her defense, everything. She's played right side for us. She's done everything, and I couldn't be more proud of her. As a rookie, it's hard to depend on someone that much, and she's handled it so well. She took a big load on her shoulders this entire season, but tonight especially, and she showed out.
Thank you.
Okay, hype me up.
Allie, we've known since the beginning of season that she's a great blocker, and we knew that she could change matches for us with block and defense. I mean, 10 blocks in a match is insane. Half of them being solo blocks is even crazier. But she helps us so much in the front row offensively and defensively. And her serve as well is insane. Being on the other side of that during serve and pass is humbling, I would say. but also her energy on the court. She brings so much fire to us. She helps us hold the huddle longer and make sure that we stay calm in those tough moments. And she's a really good on the court and off the court leader.